Folks love to run their mouth. Folks love to run their mouth. What's up, Marie? What's up? Let's see, Marie. There you go.
Your voice went out instantly. There's something wrong with my side, I'm guessing.
Let me get rid of this background because I ain't got nothing today.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's good, Lamont? I can hear you well. Where's Jamal?
So cute how she stuck up for you while I was talking trash.
Oh yeah, I seen it, but then she also agreed with you. So yeah, I saw all of that. So
Who, me? Not little old me.
Miss Frizzle.
That's why you getting the F.
Fuck you.
I seen your test scores.
My test scores was good.
A little less yapping and a little more studying, Mister. You know, I will say this. Since I've been drinking like zero
there he
sugar,
goes.
zero sugar
Yeah,
stuff.
no, don't spam me invites now that you want to be late. So yeah, don't do that.
Jamal.
You see where Miss Frizzle was taking up for him?
Nah. I just hopped back on because I hopped on at 11:30. I was on here till 11, like 33, 34, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
I'll check in 5 minutes.
Is when I sent my message out.
You'll be all right.
Will we though?
Yeah.
That part.
Oh,
you prophet, you can predict.
Trying to turn y'all volume up, but now I forgot on these headphones it's kind of low for y'all.
Called hearing aid.
That's why you need hair plugs.
Oh, yours is slowly getting there too, so don't even start.
Nah, it ain't. Nah, it ain't.
Girl, you got that whole hot dog pack up there. I know you ain't talking.
Yeah, no, that's called naps. What you got is receding.
Forehead.
Man, your hairline been doing the T-Pain since high school. That joint.
Yep.
Damn.
That's why I'm bald and beautiful.
Bald.
Saying,
Miss Frizzle, I ain't trying to hear nothing out of you unless it's positive.
Well, sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, well then I ain't trying to hear it.
Hilarious.
Sorry to disappoint.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to change headphones. Boy, this is
I mean, I can hear you clear. Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear all y'all. It's just kind of low. But you know what? It's fine. I'll be all right with it.
All right. You got more brains than a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
That head back down.
Share the live with folks. That y'all.
Go tilt that head back down for a second.
Man, look, it's nappy. That's it.
I don't like the way he trying to put the headphones over it. No, I'm talking about the grays.
Or is that I got grays? I got 6 kids. What's up, Tippy?
He's been graying since I've known. He's had gray hair since literally.
Yeah.
I started dating.
I never actually paid attention until now. What's up?
That's because you're shorter than me.
Hey, Ain't nobody shorter than you. Get the fuck out of here.
Mister, I'm over 6 foot. You know.
That's because he wears stats.
What you
Can't
say
play
down there?
ball.
You out your motherfucking mind.
Not
Don't make that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll learn fast.
He got lifts in his shoes.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious. All right, just going through on whoever want to join the line.
So it's really not too bad.
House love bug.
Hey, Rip, you know I was at your place of employment the other day.
You know you shouldn't say that out loud because it sounds fucking terrifying that you stalking me. Dre, what are you doing? Why is she stalking me like this? Calm down.
She's coming to take you on a field trip.
Because he owed me money. And I know he gonna be there.
That's the last thing you want to do.
You right.
She can make your ass disappear.
If I got that little lizard coming to look for you, you in trouble.
God damn, man. It was such a good ass TV show. Jesus Christ, man. To this day, goated. You must have went to drop some food off.
I did, and you know it.
Oh, okay.
Because what other reason why I'd be going?
I don't know. I'm just mad you ain't dropped me off a plate, man. That racism, man, is strong.
No, because every time I turn around,
We can't hear you over, Dre.
I need to put stock into Texas Roadhouse as much as we have to go get our food from there. Like it's ridiculous. Like them people know me by name now.
You know what place I ain't been to in like a long ass time? One of my friends, Tony, he's PCSing over to Korea. He'll be there for 3 years.
Kunsan or Osan or where?
Oh my God! I'm the terrible person to ask. I don't even remember. I don't even remember where my brother is stationed, and he's been there for 2-3 years. I'm not one of those that remembers that. I just know I just know my brother's in Virginia, and I know Tony's going to Korea. I don't know shit else. But he left out Tuesday. No, he left out Monday night. So
this one is pretty.
We went to Outback to eat before he ended up leaving, and I ain't been to Outback in a long ass time.
We ain't been to Outback in a long time.
Itaewon is amazing.
Because fucking like Outback was great at one point in time when it was like the only spot around.
Dre, I don't think she was talking about the restaurant, bro.
I mean, in the comments.
Yeah.
I think she was talking about the place.
She's talking about the place. Look now, it's not a good look for you, bro.
Oh, I thought it was the what's your name? You know that little Korean spot.
Buddy, that's a place in Korea, buddy.
Well, there's also a spot here with that same name.
That's a Korean restaurant, so I guess
exactly. No, I ain't been to talk about me like I'm crazy. Like I don't know what I'm speaking about.
No,
you did. Not in this context, you did.
Yeah, not in this
you
context.
were talking about like, well, in my opinion, I'm like big back, but whatever.
But I went to Outback and I was like, man, the only thing I know Outback is a blooming onion. The last time I got a steak from there, it was trash. I got me a sirloin 6 ounce. I was like, man, this shit is fucking. It was a 6 ounce with shrimp. I was like, damn, I may have to go to Outback a little bit more. I'm
Not
like,
the scrimp.
Damn, they killed it this time. They killed it this time. I was shocked it was good because the last couple times prior to that, it was an ass experience. Their prime rib was horrible. Yeah, they're still open. They still open up by Hooters. That's why nobody knows they open. Hooters gets more traffic than they do.
It took me a second to remember where Hooters were.
I don't know if this is unpopular.
Man, they wings is on point, man.
But
Hooters?
That food is nasty to me.
Hooters is
No. Hooters wings, if you get on there was a specific type of rub. There's only like one rub that I actually get.
Well, it rubbed me the wrong way. It was gross.
You're better than that. You're better than that. Come on. You're better than that.
Nah, I'm with her. Like I don't rock with Hooters.
Because the last time we went, which was years ago, It literally it was not good. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
Them wings
but see,
ain't
like,
enough to keep me going back, and neither was the women working there. Like, ain't nothing
yeah,
that made me gonna want to go back to Hooters.
I think I've been to Hooters 3 times, and there's been some women that, like, honestly, what's that one? It's Rock Cafe or some shit like that. It's across from the mall.
Rockola?
Yeah, Rockola. They had some good waitresses. I know me and a bunch of military buddies used to go there all the time. But like Hooters is subpar. It's very, very subpar.
Lamont, Jamal said that like he was in the military, me and my military buddies.
Yeah. But that's where we met.
That's how I separated myself.
Amber was a waitress at Rockola. That's how we became friends.
That makes sense. I can see that. That makes sense. Wholeheartedly.
That was in her wild days. She'd have been tamed by children.
That's normally how that happens.
Not all the time. It took me some time. But here we are.
You're tamed?
I'm
far more than what she was.
You are lying. That's what you are.
Far more than what she was. I heard the stories. Far more than what she was.
I don't know what the streets told you, but they a goddamn lie.
For real. We ain't gonna just talk about Amber like that. All right, y'all. Well, we done had a podcast update. You know, we got 2 new people. I feel like the retired nobodies was cool, but Sierra came with the idea that now we will be called the Bunch of Nobodies. We a bunch of nobodies that's getting on here stating our opinion that you may or may not care about. And it's okay if you don't, but it's also amazing if you do. So, classic music up there with the person who ain't got 1,000 followers yet, Lamont. Hold on, wait. Now, how in the world, Cece, how are you showing your camera?
That's
you
what
ain't got
I was
1,000
asking.
either.
Huh?
Because she got 1,000 followers. She be doing stuff you don't know about. Don't worry about it. Just accept it.
She ain't got 1,000 followers either. Lamont, do you just not want to show your face?
All you gotta do is turn your camera on. What are you talking about?
I tried.
Hold on, let me see.
I went through my settings. I've done everything.
Did you clean the lens? Did you clean the front lens?
Okay,
no,
hold on. Give me a second because if you go back out, if Luandre goes and add you back in, it gives you the option to turn the camera on. That's how I've always done it.
Yeah, and then it will not let me do it.
I don't know. It might be your phone because, or you may have not given it permission to use your camera.
I went into my settings, giving it all the permissions and everything.
Hold on.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you then, because I can control everyone's camera.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Lamont.
I can even turn rips on if I want to.
Push the block with your name
Fuck
on
out of
it.
here.
And when you do it on mine, it has like camera, like to turn it around or whatever.
Yep.
And did you push the camera?
Yep. Live access needed to go live on video as a guest.
Hold on, wait. Is the homie Ali trying to get up in here? I just seen a request.
So that's how I was able to do mine.
It says live access needed to go live on videos as a guest.
So how do you do it, Dre? Maybe it's got to be on your end.
I don't know. I tried. I don't even have the option to give him that. So I have no. Oh, he is in here. Oh, Ali, were you trying to join or was that a mistake? What happened?
Yeah, that's all I did is I pushed that button and yeah.
All right, y'all.
All this is doing is showing Lamont's age, right? Only old people had this problem. Like, how you use this thingamabob?
All right, y'all. So let's kick this off, man.
I know how to use my camera, sir. All right, Grandpa. So I ain't got that problem. I ain't got that worry at all.
Wait a minute.
You know what? Tomorrow you should go to the Walmart and talk to one of their people. All right.
I can't stand Walmart.
Not the Walmart.
Yeah, the Walmart. You gotta put the in front of it. That shows age.
If he doesn't like Walmart, he can go to Best Buy.
Oh, the Best Buy? Yeah.
They wanted the blue shirts
help an old man out. I'm trying to work this doohickey. My friends, they be going live in the camera. They can't see my face. The people's.
This is what we doing.
You gotta do
Yeah,
that.
Hey man, the Geek Squad.
This is what we doing.
Don't talk about Lamont like that.
This is what we doing? Because I'm about to start. This is what we doing. I'm about to start.
I defended you, and I even try to help you.
Don't be mad at me.
Oh no, I don't get mad. I get even.
Oh God, y'all starting this man's villain story.
Nah, he'll forget it in about
PTSD
30 seconds. He'll forget it in about 30 seconds. Ain't worry about it.
Y'all starting the origin story. Yo, wait. Did y'all ever?
Then I'm gonna be the asshole at the end of the damn pod.
Wait, would you has anything ever happened to y'all that this is my origin? This is where my origin story starts.
Many things. Yes.
I believe.
No, not my origin story.
You.
This was the straw that made me shoot up all y'all motherfuckers in here.
Hey, we're not doing that. Hey, we're in America now. Don't do that. Ain't no dog whistles in here, so you better stop that shit.
Yo, you know what I learned? I was going through my list of people I follow in here. And did you the amount of people that had thousands of followers and stuff like that, or even some of them had a million or two. How far do you have to take it for somebody to ban your damn page?
Are you saying that people should get banned just because they have too many followers?
No. What I'm saying is that shit must suck for them to get all them followers and you get your shit banned.
No.
See, I'll be banned within the first couple of months, so we gonna see how.
I followed a few people before that had millions of followers. They shit get banned. They either fight to get it back or they just start up a whole new page. That's why I don't know if y'all have noticed a lot of some of the major content creators, they always have 2-3 backup pages.
Yeah,
just in
I've
case.
Seen that.
So
I've seen that. Yeah.
So then they can send traffic other places. So even if one gets banned, they ain't worried about it. If one gets banned, then the second gets banned, they just start up another one, and then everybody migrates over there. So that's kind of how they cushion a lot of that stuff, because you can get banned for anything.
That shit sucks. Because when I see
not if you built it organically. If you built it organically, it don't matter. Now, if you bought it, yeah, that shit hurts.
Oh wait, no, it hurts building it organically because you done built it up. Yeah, you done built it up from the ground, make money, and this, that, and the third. And someone that doesn't like you, they just start mass reporting your page, and then it bans.
So is it?
But see, it's one of those things that if you're that big, you probably let's say you've got 100 videos, and out of those 100 videos, maybe 30 of them have hundreds of thousands of views or maybe 1 million views. You just save those shits and copy and paste those on your other pages, and people will still follow because that's where the traction's coming from and everything. And so I'm I don't think it's that big of an issue, because it's kind of annoying to be to be a fan and seeing, okay, you have 7 pages and all 7 pages, you have the same shit on all 7 pages, but I understand it business wise. So I don't think it's that hard as long as they built it organically. Everybody will follow.
Yeah, but that shit still got to suck for you to work that hard.
Yeah, I'm sure it sucks though.
Well, speaking of bans, I guess we can go ahead and get into the topic. How y'all really feel about what's his name? Adam? No. Jimmy Kimmel. How y'all feel about Jimmy Kimmel? The show being indefinitely suspended.
It's stupid because he shouldn't have. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything to me or whatever. Oh,
we got the galaxy.
Yo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Craig. That's the homie right there.
Thanks, Craig. But yeah, to me, he didn't say anything to me that would have warranted that. That was just stupid. That was stupid.
Yes, what did he say?
Honestly, he just said, and I'm a paraphrase, but he said that the Republican Party are doing everything in their power to make the person who did what he did to CK they're trying to everything to make him seem like he's not one of them, and they're doing a lot of like finger pointing.
That's not the only thing he said.
Yeah, no, I'm paraphrasing. So he said that and saying like, they're doing a lot of finger pointing and stuff while people are grieving. It's just like that was the basis of what he said. Like legit, it was nothing crazy.
Well, the other thing too that they were trying to say is that somebody, Trump was on the lawn or whatever at the White House, and one of the reporters asked him how was he coping with the death of and he was like, I'm coping fine. And then literally that's all he said, and then he was like, yeah, they started building such and such over there. They've been waiting 150 years or something like that, some crap, and now they're doing it some like to the point of thanks to me or something like that. And then the point that he was saying is, yeah, basically he's grieving real bad, because how do you go from I'm holding up to we're getting something built ... So basically they were just all mad that he said that, but like he literally didn't say anything to me that would have warranted that.
I think he did. Okay, I think he did.
We gonna touch on that too.
Oh yeah, we gonna touch on that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's like, okay, so here's what I'm seeing from everything that's going on, and this is just my opinion. To me, they are definitely trying to sow the seeds of division, and they're doing a great job, because they're trying to make it seem like they're going to punish anyone for even the slightest thing said about Charlie. Then they're also going to make it seem like we didn't hear what we heard with the stuff he said, talking about, oh, y'all taking it out of context, when it's like, no, we heard it. This is the context. And then on top
of context.
Yeah, and then on top of that, now you have the situations where two different people have been strange fruited.
Jesus.
Well,
I don't think it's the whole thing of sowing the seed of division. No, at this point they're watering that shit. Okay, they're watering it.
They gave that mess some powerful super grow.
Basically.
Yeah. So
see, I think y'all leftists are just y'all overthinking it. Like, I think y'all are making a bigger deal out of this than what it realistically is.
I don't. Well, here's the thing that gets me. All right, leftists. You want to call me this and that, third, whatever. All right, understand. Here's my thing. We ain't getting no help from our own people doing dumb stuff. And I'm going to be honest. People going over there dancing on graves and stuff and doing... Why? Why give them ammunition? That aggravates.
That's just how Democrats are. I mean, inherently, That's...
I'm trying to figure out if he's being serious or not.
No. I want to see his.
I'm trying to, but it's hard.
I want to see his ballot. That's all I want to see.
But here's the thing: with the whole dancing on the grave thing, I haven't seen nothing like that, and I'm trying to figure out how in the world. Hold on, wait. How are they dancing on the grave that the person ain't even in the ground? What grave they dancing on?
That man's in the casket. Here's the thing they don't get.
In the casket. But when they were reporting this, he wasn't in the ground.
Funeral, didn't they?
I don't think so. Come on now. They would have televised that. I bet you more than
he hasn't had a funeral yet. If they knew it was a private one.
No. I think when they said the dancing of the grave thing, I think they were talking like, not literally. I think they were just saying in a general sense, because that's what I took from it when I heard them say something about dancing on the grave. What you're talking about?
I feel like y'all are minimizing.
But even showing up to
he was our modern day Martin Luther King, and he stood strong.
Man,
as a God-fearing, loving Christian man.
I will kick you from this panel so fast.
And
I'm sorry, I let your joke slide normally, but I ain't let
what you gotta understand.
Feed into his bullshit because he's doing it on purpose, y'all.
No, he's doing it on purpose.
Long enough not to feed into his shit.
Hold on, wait.
And yes, Tippy, they are doxing people and got whole pages dedicated to it. Matter of fact, one of them got shut down. I can't remember which one it was.
You know what's really crazy?
You can message the people and add the people's information so that way they can put it on that list.
Do you realize what's really crazy? From doing research, supposedly CK when he was younger, before Turning Point really got big and stuff like that, one of the things that got him noticed was his conservative rhetoric, along with doxing teachers at the universities that seemed to be too progressive and putting out their information and stuff like yeah.
Oh wait, is that a real thing?
Oh wow,
that's supposedly a real thing. That's something I was researching and looking into earlier. So this whole entire figuring out who's leaning to left thing, this isn't a new thing. This is something that has actually been around. So it's like, I mean, realistically, he was doing God's work by getting rid of these progressives that are trying to hold back the American society. And this is
you ain't getting me messed up. People can I'll put you out there to the. I'll toss you out to the wolves.
No. Ask him
about his. Toss you out to the wolves.
Okay, so
wait. He's talking about progressives. Ask him about his relationship. Pretty progressive, if you say so, sir.
It stalled.
Hold on, wait. You know what? I know what happened to Rip. He went to one too many visits to his in-laws, and now he feels some type of way. He done hit a little bit too many trips to his in-laws.
Sir, I resent that. I will be suing you, and you will see my lawyer tomorrow.
You gonna keep talking like that? Then I'm gonna keep talking like this.
And if he wins, you just gotta practice win, because ain't nobody got money like that over here.
For real, you sue me, it'll just be a practice trial.
No, but like when it comes to this situation, like the Jimmy Kimmel thing, I think is absolutely wild. I think it shows the bias that inherently is there, because it's like, how can you be like, CK can say whatever he wants?
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes can say whatever he wants.
Yep.
Tucker Carlson can say whatever he wants. They're allowed to say all of these things. Alex Jones can say whatever Alex Jones and the whole Sandy Hook thing is wild.
Yes, was insane by itself. Yeah.
So it's like, you can say whatever you want. But if something happens to one of ours, you should feel sympathy for us, and you shouldn't say these things. If you do say them, I will get you fired. I will get you doxxed. And it's like, sir, do you not understand how hypocritical that is? So you can say whatever you want because you believe in freedom of speech, but if somebody else uses freedom of speech that goes against what you believe, now they're the problem and they need to be shut down and fired. Like, what the fuck?
So like, here's the crazy thing that I've been seeing. Like, some people who like this one lawyer who she was explaining how she's sued like the government and stuff like that because they've infringed on people's freedom of speech. So basically, she was basically saying how if it's a private company, so if it's like private sector and it's their own stuff, then they can fire you for what you say.
Did you bathe?
But if it's the government, they can't because interest or whatever. So I say that to say this. Did y'all see?
Are you actually gonna take your ass to sleep early on time?
The black young lady.
Please do.
That the black young lady that got arrested. I think it was Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Was that it, Drake? That I showed you the Texas A&M?
You showed me.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
That I showed. But she got arrested for freedom of speech or whatever the case may be. Yes. Well, anyways, and they kicked her out of school. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they get government funding. So I think she can sue because, like, the government is involved in that. I don't know. I wanted to look it up even more. But she can sue. I wonder if she can sue for that. I'm thinking because if government is in it, then you would think, like, because they get funding from the government with what do you call the
those schools are not governmentally run. So those schools are still, even though they get government funding, they're still private schools.
Oh,
but it's to me, what you would think, like you would think that it would be depending on the percentage of how much they're getting from funding from the government.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting funding doesn't make it government.
Well, I get that, but I'm just wondering, like, if it's like a certain percentage wise. So if you were just like, you know, if you're getting over 50% or 60 or whatever the case may be, I I was wondering that well, anyways, the girl got arrested for basically saying, fuck him, and she got arrested. And I thought that was crazy because you have people out here who are on campuses who are basically having vigils for him on there.
Yeah, you know what someone pointed out? It was like they said there was like it's funny they didn't believe in cancel culture until now. You know, before cancel culture was lame and are not real, but now we're seeing this, and now you're having a lot of them be like, "Oh, well, now y'all about to get the consequences of what you said. They're about to f around and find out." And it's like, y'all realize like what you have been doing is the reason why people are reacting the way they're reacting. Like even to the point of trying to gaslight us and being like, nah, what he said wasn't racist. Y'all just taking it out of context. No, I'm not taking it out of context.
Y'all were just taking it out of context. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all see the video I sent y'all?
Which one?
Which one?
Of the breaking down of the him saying the black pilot thing. Breaking it down to how.
I mean, yeah, I saw that, but that's also one of those things. It's a manipulation tactic. It's like kind of Oreoing your conversation. He says one very kind of I don't know inflammatory thing, and then right after he's like, "Oh yeah, but you know, I think that's horrible." But then he doubles down on like the first statement.
Shit.
It's breaking down his whole statement.
It's literally a shit sandwich. Either way. I have never been on any type of transportation and saw somebody piloting it and been like, oh, well, I hope they're not a DEI hire. And I'm like, it's illogical. And especially like certain things, I'm like, okay, I may be able to give you an excuse for it. Like if you're saying DEI affects somebody getting hired at Walmart, yeah, that may work. The gas station, yeah, that may work. A fucking pilot where you literally have to go through the actual real life training, get X amount of hours, pay so much stuff, go through certain steps. DEI does not realistically phase anything aside from possibly like opening up avenues for you to like see what's going on and to interact with the pilot program. It's not going to get you the fucking job. Like it's just irrational. Absolutely fucking irrational.
Yeah, because they think a lot of them think that DEI is just race based. It's crazy.
It is.
Not.
Yeah, see, yeah, the whole
it's
exactly
race,
exactly, Tippy, because it's like you said, you got to go through training for this stuff. It's not like stuff that you just they truly believe like the way they think about it is, oh, this spot needs to be filled. We need a black person. Hey, you Russell from off the street, come on here. Now you're a pilot, and it's like. That's not how that works. These people still put in the application and went through the school and the training. Like it's not they just plug. And then we also got to remember that DEI doesn't just cover race. It covers disability. It covers veterans, older people.
Because the thing about it is, Governor Greg Abbott, his ass is when you think about it, a DEI hire. One, because he's in a wheelchair. Two. If it wasn't for the ADA, American Disability Act, guess what? He wouldn't have that job. So it's stuff like so my thing is, how is it is double standards? It's okay for you, but nope, we don't want them other ones in it.
Yeah, that's
plain and simple. We're talking about the same United States who sat up here and thought that one, if you was a woman, you didn't have the capacity, which technically they still think like that. You didn't have the capacity to run a company or to run anything or have any position of power. Two, if you had any type of ailment.
I'm just joking.
If you had any type of ailment.
She paused and thought about her response before she said it.
I'm just playing.
But if you had any type of ailment or any type of disability, regardless of what it is. I mean, hell, they used to throw people in asylums because they had suffered from depression. So my point is, if it wasn't for things like the ADA saying, no, you can't discriminate on these people because of that, or you have to provide them with the same, the same as people who don't have these disabilities, you wouldn't have situations where you have him in office. He's in a freaking wheelchair. You got the nerve to be talking about other people. I don't understand that. I just don't get
Here's
it.
my thing. If
But
they are so worried,
period.
if they are so worried about unqualified people getting jobs based on their skin color, why are they not turning into the government right now?
Yeah, because
all the people that
Ben
Trump
Carson
has in that cabinet ain't none of them met the qualifications.
No, not at all. I mean, you had like content creators that are in a political position. You have how is Linda McMahon over our kids' education?
For real.
She was. I'm like, there's a lot of things. If you really want to talk about DEI or possibly nepotism type shiz,
thank you.
That's what they're doing right now, but other people can't do it, and that therein lies the hypocrisy. Just like I said with the freedom of speech thing. Oh, they can do it. We can't. Even when you break it down to something a little bit more controversial, when it comes to the violence in America.
Oh, I love that. I'm waiting on that debate.
That's leaning on something completely different. Even if you're looking at the violence, statistics have literally shown most of the violence, the majority of the violence actually, comes from the right wing, not the supposed.
Hold on.
Throw it.
Not even just that.
Violence. Most of the violence ended in murder comes from right wing. Left wing tends to do property damage.
Yep.
But think about it. Let's not even look at it from the political aspect. What about all those football games or basketball games where their team lost and they out there rioting and shit like that? Like, I think people forget about stuff like that too.
Nobody forgets about it. That's crazy though. It's like, if somebody died unjustly, y'all shouldn't riot. But my team lost. We're flipping this bitch. Like, what?
And we're talking about police cars lighting them on fire. I'm like,
how about this?
You thugs.
How many of y'all remember actually watching the news for Katrina?
When what?
Katrina? Watching the news
for Katrina?
When we had
Katrina. Do y'all remember when they showed a picture of people with a black couple with baby formula? The dude was carrying it above his head, and then
I do remember that.
And then they showed a white couple with trash bags coming from a store, and they labeled that as surviving.
Yep.
Yeah.
When
I remember that actually.
Of the military has to step in and say, "No, y'all are reporting this wrong. Don't listen." And the general is telling the people to put the guns down. They're not doing anything. They're surviving. We have screwed them. FEMA has screwed them. Our president has screwed them. Their mayor has screwed them. Their representatives have screwed them, and they sent me here to freaking fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. You know,
it's all about controlling the narrative, and they control the narrative.
Always have, which is why they don't understand why people get upset and they get mad, because once you actually start doing your own research and you realize how much of it is actually BS, you start feeling some type of way. Because I'm like, y'all told me this, but now I see it's this. And when I started learning how they manipulated numbers and they would misconstrue certain things, I was like, oh, so y'all know what you're doing. Like, it's clear you know what you're doing, but it's like you want to change it. And then what's sad is the people that they're doing it to, these are the people who think they're not being manipulated. Like, the people who are being manipulated possibly the most are the ones who are like, no, we're not. Because it's like, even for me with this whole thing of them painting the left as the violent ones, I'm like, and are the trigger happy ones. I'm like, well, when in the world did that happen? Because last I checked, I saw conservative families taking family photos with their triggers. Whole family photos. Wait. I'm like, how in the world did it then switch?
It's self-defense when it's the white ones, but it's ghetto and uncalled for when it's the black ones.
Yeah. Because I've seen and it's like, and they always made it clear, I will use this if I have to. They always made it abundantly clear. Yes, I have this. Yes, I love my pew, and I will use it if I have to. And the fact that now I'm seeing, it's the left that like shooting up everything. I'm like, when in the world? Like, come on, y'all. It's like y'all can't be serious. Y'all know that it's always been y'all, but somehow they made y'all believe it's the left with that. And the left was the one always calling for gun control, but y'all the ones like, yeah, everyone should just have this. It's my right, America.
Well, Trump said it best that smart people hate him.
Yo, Tippy, for real? Your mom's. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, like that was really when I was like, y'all can't be serious. Y'all cannot. Not when it comes to these, y'all can't be serious and tell me, oh no, that's the left. No, that's always been well, as long as I've been alive, that's been a conservative thing, even from the 90s till now.
There's something I saw too with this whole CK thing. I'm curious. Do y'all believe that he was racist, a Nazi, or was he just saying inflammatory things? Because the more I had started researching and looking into a lot of things, and the more, because I got some friends that are diehard,
all of the above.
Yeah, I got some friends that are like die hard into him, and I have some friends that were sad, that are mourning him and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that. And I was like, you know what? Let me sit back and try, because I always try to hear both sides. I still don't fully agree, but it did force me to go and start doing a little bit more research. And this one guy, Stevie Knight, YouTuber, content creator, love his stuff. He had posted a video, and the moment he started it, he was speaking on the whole entire situation, but he was speaking on it in a way that made me uncomfortable, that made me second guess and look at myself. And I'm like, bro, you cooning. That was the first thing I thought within like the first 30 seconds of watching it. But I struggled through it, and I got through it as he was going through certain things and putting things into certain types of context, because he was like, yeah, I don't know why y'all think he's this, he's not, blah, blah, blah. I sat back and I was like, even with him explaining that, I was going to unfollow him, to be completely honest. I was going to unsubscribe. I was like, nah, I ain't dealing with this. When I sat back and thought about it, I realized something. I realized why I did not like his message. I did not like his message because he would quote statistics, but only half do it. So it's manipulating information, manipulating crowds. Also,
the narrative.
It bothered me. Yeah, it also bothered me because being a minority, I hate when people outside of the community speaks on things going on inside of the community, but neglects to talk about their own community's problems. Because then it's like you're critiquing and hyper judging something else that you have no clue on. And once I got to that point, I felt like there was another barrier I had to break. And I'm like, okay, let me go and watch these videos. So I went through them for like the third. Yeah, so I went through them. Yeah, I went through them like the third time that I have since all of this stuff happened. And I started seeing things a little bit differently. Now, when I say a little bit differently, I still don't agree with this mofo at all. The gun thing, no, he's wrong on that. I'm sorry. I don't care. Even in context of the video, he's saying, oh, well, there's X amount of vehicle, passings and stuff like that. But, we don't get rid of that. It's the same. No, it's the way he said that was wrong, period. There's no way else around that. So I believe the underlying message was the way it should have been said is we have a lot of dangerous things that we have and rights that we have as Americans that allows us to defend and protect ourselves. And because of these things, there's negatives that come along with it. I still believe in our right to have it. It is sad what's going on, but I believe in our right to have it. Then it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you said how you feel. You said this is your right, but you're not making it seem like you're okay with children losing themselves for some right, some God-given quote unquote right. That's not really God-given, man made that. And I'm like, okay,
facts.
That's wild. When it came to, once again, the pilot stuff, I'm like, I'm sorry, point blank period. I can't excuse that. I'm sorry, dude. You were just wrong. Everything you said is absolutely stupid when it came to that. When it came to the young daughter thing, oh, if I have a 10 or 11-year-old daughter and she happens to, go through that traumatic essay and she's with child, I'm going to force her to have it because, that's God's plan. No. Now, the one thing that I was hardcore fighting with was the civil rights thing. And
I'm 50-50 on that as of right now.
And that's what I'm saying. When he first said it, I was like, man, this dude. And then once I started looking at it, and then I started looking at what was in the Civil Rights Act and stuff like that, and then I listened fully to what he said, instead of just the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. I realized once I listened to that full thing, he was saying the Civil Rights Act was a mistake with how it was done. Even when he went into the details about it, he was saying it should have been maybe a 2 to 4 page law that was a little bit more critical and with less gray areas. It should have been far more black and white, so it would have given no wiggle room for a lot of other things. Once I listened to the whole thing, and then I started comparing it to other things he was saying, I'm like, okay, I see what he was saying. And then as I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, I see that. But when he said MLK was, the negative he said about MLK, I'm like, this is my issue. On one side, you have to be perfect. On the other side, you can be flawed, but it's okay because man is flawed as long as you believe in God. That's one of my irky things. MLK, he was a man, but he was a man with a mission. Yeah, he did some wild stuff. Yeah, he was out here doing some crazy stuff. But that's part of the journey as a human being. That shouldn't dictate everything. So what? He like wearing a different pair of shoes every once in a while. All right, these things happen. Whatever. But
what are you talking about?
I mean, he was out there cheating and stuff.
Yeah,
he was out there cheating and stuff like
you
that.
had
No. I heard that, but the way you said that, the way he said it, because the way you made it sound, like
you gotta read in between the cheeks. Listen to what he said.
Yeah. So it's like
I heard him. But he made it almost sound like MLK was a cross dresser or something. He like
sometimes
no. Shoes. So I'm just like,
so it's like yeah, but I can't count you as a scum for that. Now from people have said he was abusive in the household. Yeah, that does make you a piece of shit if that is true and you was out there giving hands and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's inside of your household. Honestly, it's hard to fully judge certain things with everything that he does. Some people like their peaches pickled. No, they don't. Ew. Who? What psychopath? hey, get him back. Get him back.
Peach might not be too bad. Depending on how.
No. We don't. No.
Hold on, wait.
No. Do not defend that. No. I'm not going to even let you do it. I'm not. Let him stew in that.
I just had a conversation with my mama that said I'm sick of everything tasting like a damn pickle. Get your damn life together.
That part.
Everything don't need to taste like a damn pickle.
Oh no, I'm with you.
That part.
I don't. But hold on, wait. You say that, but I don't even like pickle flavored things. I love pickles. I don't like pickle flavored things. I've noticed that about myself. Like pickle flavored chips and all that other stuff, I really don't like.
Man,
I like pickles, but I never liked the pickle flavored things.
You said what?
dill flavored chips. Man, them things are great.
I don't like them. Like I said, I love pickles. But for whatever reason, I have not yet had a pickle flavored thing that I actually like. I feel
like if you want something pickled or like that, you might as well eat salt and vinegar chips.
Nah.
Yeah, salt and vinegar chips.
No, it's
good.
No.
Even though they make your lips hurt
and
the inside of your mouth hurt
either, so it doesn't matter.
Pickle sausage, pickle pig feet. Give it here.
Okay, pickle sausage, pickle pig feet, but I'm the weirdo for pickle peaches. Man, get out of here.
I can't say nothing about the pickle sausage because remember when I was pregnant, I think it was either Nick or Lou.
You don't count pregnancy cravings. Nobody counts that. Y'all like wild stuff when y'all pregnant.
I wouldn't eat that shit now if you paid me to do it. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, with that MLK thing, he was villainized, but with Kirk, all the things he was saying, the manipulation tactics he was having with his rhetoric and all of those things, for some weird reason, that's okay. Or even if we want to go somewhere even higher, Trump, the inflammatory things he says or does, the stuff that JD Vance says or does, it's okay because they're men of God and they're trying to do what's right. But they all view MLK as being bad. Like the hypocrisy in that is insane. It's so insane to me. But like I said, Kirk, some of the stuff he was saying was wild. most of the stuff he was saying actually is wild.
Thank you for
some of the things. Some of the things as you research and you're like, you know what? I see what he was saying. It was kind of the right message, kind of like 10%
delivered by the wrong,
but
person.
It was 100% from the wrong person.
I don't agree with that because my thing is, like, genuinely, where was your heart at when you said those things? They can't be in the same place. Because
but that's why I said it's the wrong person. It's the wrong person.
But my thing too is my thing too when it comes to the civil rights, like what should and should not have been done. I'm pretty sure it was his parents and grandparents who didn't even want it to happen in the first place. So, you know, my thing is, I don't care, like, even if it's the messenger who said it, like, you're not going to convince me that man,
facts.
You're not going to convince me that man meant it in a way that would be helpful more than harmful. You're not going to convince
me. I did not say that he meant it a certain way. I am saying what he is saying. Okay, what he's saying.
Yeah, not you specifically. Yeah, okay. No. But that's my point, is like, nothing that you can tell me that this man is saying or has said came from a place of, like, it came from a place of love, we can say, quote unquote. Nothing you can say, because at the end of the day, I feel like when you call yourself singling out one particular race, just one, and you have all these things that are negative, even just the few, like, even if somebody says something once or twice, but this man has said stuff like crazily so many times, no, your heart is, to me, you're tainted. And it was something that me and Luandre had said there when I was watching that one time, where he said that your Jesus is tainted. Your Jesus is the Jesus that you guys call yourself worshiping. He's tainted, because there's no way that the Jesus that I know would even be okay with the things that y'all are saying and doing. Now, granted, I'm firm on this. My relationship, which, you know, I'm not trying to make this into a conversation, but my relationship with God and Jesus is a complicated one, because I question a lot of the stuff that was taught to me, that I grew up, and I've been in my household. I was the only one that was going to church for a while, just me. My family, we weren't really big religious people, but I loved going to church. And I've been to Catholic church, I've been to Baptist church, I've been to non-denominational. Lord Jesus, don't come in here and start your mess. Don't come in here. Don't. Not the silk press.
Oh, shit.
What you say? Not Jesus having a 32-inch bust down. No, not that Jesus.
Yeah, not that one.
Not that
the ultra
Jesus.
perm in them soft lips. That's what Craig said.
but no, like, and I think going like full circle to all of this stuff, especially dealing with CK, especially dealing with him, is people like that genuinely have just completely turned me off with the idea of Christianity in the United States. And it goes into that, was that Christian nationalism or whatever? Because there's no way. One, my mom is Catholic. My mom just taught me, I feel like, one, you don't need a religion to have morals. I've always felt like that, because my mom taught me you love everybody until they give you a reason not to. You don't judge people because you don't know their situations. You don't know their stories.
Yep.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like in the day and age now, because of people like CK, I feel like he's just one in the pot of why people are walking away from Christianity or walking away from God. Like, and that's how I feel. And that's just me. But my relationship, where it started to stumble for me, kind of going into all of this, is when George Floyd passed away, and the things that they said to try to justify this man's death was disgusting. And it came from the church that we went to, the church we got married in, all that stuff. A lot of that stuff was coming from the pastor, a lot, not the old pastor, let me say that a new pastor stepped into the position, and coming from him and coming from the congregation, and I was beyond disgusted, and that's why it just, to me, it blows my mind, is how you justify his death, but then mad at people for saying you can't justify his death. Like, I don't understand that. Like, that's the part that been pissing me off probably more than anything. Like, but I think my eyes were completely open after George Floyd died, because the disgusting shit that I heard that came out of people's mouth that I thought were Christians and I thought were men of God or women of God taught me the lesson that I needed to learn. And ever since then, I've kind of just questioned. I've always questioned things. Dre, you know, since we've been together, I've always questioned a lot of shit. But that right there was one of those things that, yeah, that's true. A lot of those, like, a lot of that was my eye opener to, like, this is really what y'all do. This is really genuinely what y'all do.
I got a question.
Oh, I was going to answer Lamont Rip's question. Go ahead, Lamont.
No, go ahead and answer his question.
All right, so here's the thing. When it comes to people like Charlie Kirk, if we're having a realistic conversation about it, it is hard to try to say they're outright racist when you see how they view things. So when, like you said, what they'll try to do is they'll try to pull up stats and they'll try to pull up certain things and manipulate it in a way to justify how they feel and be able to speak negatively on the community, you know, to speak negatively on it. And they think, oh, well, this is just fact, so I can say it. But the thing is, like you said, it's like it's always presented in half truths. You're never telling the full truth and you're never showing the whole story. So it's very biased. Exactly. Confirmation bias is very biased in that. So it's like, it's hard. So like, and the thing is, you don't think the way you're thinking is racist because you feel like you got proof. So, but here's the thing. You hear affirmative action. And now without doing any research, just what's been fed to you is black people are getting these jobs they don't deserve, and it's only because of their color. Now that's doing two things. One, that is dismissing the reason why we had to have affirmative action in the first place, because folks were getting passed up just based on skin color. Number two,
well, not just skin color and women.
Yeah.
And you know.
So, and now number two, what that is doing is the people that believe that now, whenever they see a black person in a position higher up, or they feel like they may not need to have, now it's, you don't deserve that, I do. You don't deserve. You're not smart enough to be in that position. And people, hold on, wait. And like people now you're creating a mindset of they're getting the advantage of something that they do not deserve, and you do not realize now that. And you're thinking, oh, this is just fact. This is just how it is. But no, what you're doing is creating and acting in a racist mindset, because you're saying that me seeing a white person in this position, of course, they know it. They got it. But if I see a black person in that same position, how did you get there? Are you smart? Like, you're questioning, are they even smart enough to be there, where versus you wouldn't on the other side. So now
I'm about to play devil's advocate. Hold on. With what you just said, seeing a race in a position and wondering how did you get there. Every black person thought the same thing when they found out Black Lives Matter was headed up by a white person.
Excuse me.
What do you mean it was headed up by a white person? The last time I checked, the organization was created by like
it was like three black folks. Yeah, like 2 or 3. Yeah, black. Yeah, like it was like 2 women.
The person who was in charge of Black Lives Matter was I want to say it was a white woman.
No, I don't think that. It's always been, because
hold on, I have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure that's what.
Because
it was
Black Lives
3
Matter.
People.
Because Black Lives Matter, that was more started from the people. Now you had people who made organizations.
You know when it started to that point? I think it was literally right after or close to.
It was Trayvon. I remember when it happened.
No, but it got big. Do you remember that boy Michael Brown?
Yeah, I remember him.
Who got shot because he was like, they're saying that he tried to take that police officer's gun or whatever. Yeah. To me, it really, because after they had rioted wherever it was at, because I can't remember where exactly it was at, but that's when I feel like it really hit its biggest. It really hit its biggest is when Michael Brown had passed away. So, because I mean, that was because I remember they were 38 hot about that. But no, if I'm not mistaken, it's three of them. It was three. Because I think it was three black women, older, like kind of olderish.
Yeah, because it was the organization. Like, so Black Lives Matter initially started just from the people and us just saying straight up, our lives matter just as much as anyone else. But when it comes to the police department and the court system and the judicial system, we are seeing like we're not treated fairly. That was the entire thing before it got co-opted. Now you had people start organizations from it, but the initial that was still in funds.
That's what they
they were like, so people who started the organization is what people attach it to. So like they'll be like, oh, Black Lives Matter was a scam, but they're talking about the organization, not realizing the actual movement, the movement from the people was absolutely real. And so what happened in that organization, they use that as like the scapegoat. So, as far as that goes. But who know JP? Do I know you?
I'm trying to figure it out too.
Yeah.
I got an idea, but I'm not gonna say it.
I got an idea too.
Wait. First off, you can't be throwing stuff out there like that. We don't know these people out here.
Yeah, for real. That's why I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, just to wrap it up so we can but yeah, like, so it's hard to just straight out say that's right. Now, can we say he has a racist mindset? Yes. Can we say you have a racist way of thinking? Like I said, you're trying to make it seem like it's in fact and using confirmation bias, but you're using half truths for your point. So now it's like
it's cherry picking.
Yeah, so you're cherry picking facts. And like Rip, when I woke up to it was the whole thing of like when they like black people commit more crimes, and I'm like, how is that statistically possible when we're only 13% of the population? That doesn't make sense.
Even if we commit more crimes,
like that doesn't make sense.
This is my thing with that. Even if we commit more crimes, we also have the highest exoneration rate of any other fucking race. So let's say if we committed 50% of crimes, if our exoneration rate, you can look it up online, is 50 to 70 fucking percent, that says something. That says a lot, actually.
Yeah.
That says we're arrested far more than other races.
Yeah.
What it says is we're arrested, but we're never convicted.
Yeah.
Rightfully
that
convicted.
Part.
Let me say
rightfully.
That part.
Rightfully convicted, which is why when he says certain things, it's like, no, now you're lying. So even people that try to use the per capita argument, you're using a per capita argument because if you use the real numbers, that negates your entire point. You can say per capita we commit the most crimes, but what you're doing is you're adding a caveat to it so it proves your point.
You're trying
to make your point.
Limiting the information being.
Yeah. You're purposely limiting the information, but
to fit your narrative.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why it's like, so me, I'm gonna be honest. When I look at Charlie Kirk, I feel like, I feel like you have some hate in your blood. Because to me, if you were actually gonna try to figure out the truth, you would say the truth. But just like, when Tippy pointed out with Ben Shapiro, you use a bunch of half truths and misconstrued numbers to paint a narrative to just make it seem like you know what you're talking about. But the thing is, like, that's why you'll argue with college kids, because anytime that he's been debated by somebody else on the same level, they make you look foolish. Why? Because they know the facts and statistics. You know what I'm saying? They know it. You know it, but it doesn't fit the narrative. So is he actually racist? Like,
but to that point, like, I feel like not just him, anybody who goes and debates kids, or people who are like just in college, like that, to me, that's kind of weak of you. And I feel like the reason why it's weak of you, because it's just like, these kids haven't had the experience in life. They're learning how to live on their own, or they're learning how to navigate life. And like at the end of the day, I just feel like it's one of those things that you kind of like, you look down on them, so you feel like you can take advantage of the fact of them. I don't want to use the word ignorance. I don't think that's the word.
It is ignorance, because ignorance has to do with not knowing the knowledge. Stupidity is you know the knowledge and willfully ignore it.
Well, so then I feel like then they're playing on these kids' ignorance of not knowing. All of a sudden they're learning these things in college, or a lot of times, not only are they learning these things, a lot of them, I don't want to say they don't care about these things, but it doesn't pertain to them in this moment. So they're not going to worry about these things. So, at the end of the day, I think anybody who goes out and debates, like literally debates people in college, that's kind of weak of them. Like, go on the streets of New York and debate some of them folks that's rando adults out there, and then you start having a conversation. You pick at kids who are trying to figure it out in life, and you feel like that's where and then to me, he was a fast talker. Like,
he pumped out as much information to confuse you.
Exactly.
And that way, and he would not let you cut him off, but he'll
do it to you.
Yeah. Ask a question.
Exactly. And that's like the whole thing that they kept doing is like rinse and repeat. Because I even noticed it with Ben Shapiro. Like when he said, because like even breaking down what they say, like, so for instance, when they did the whole 13% of the population is responsible for 50% of the murders, it has to be a cultural problem. And I went and broke that down from percentage to full numbers, because I'm like, well, what's the whole number? Now I'm looking at the whole number, and now I'm repeating what you said, but I'm using the whole number. 41 million people are responsible for 6,000 of them commit a murder. It has to be cultural. So it's like what you're saying makes it sound crazy, but what you're really saying is we should be able to judge and abuse 41 million other people for the actions of 6,000. And the crazy thing is, it's not like y'all far behind in that statistic, but it's like, this is what you guys honestly feel.
What do you
now
mean
looking at the whole numbers, now I got a completely different viewpoint of this whole thing.
Ooh.
What up,
Have you looked at the actual numbers on that? No. There are certain crimes that we do more of, realistically.
It's like two.
There are
it's
other
like two
crimes?
or three, yes. I know.
Yeah, it's 2 or 3. It's like 3 to 4 times some of our numbers with certain things. And like I know crime is crime. I get this. But there are levels to crime. Okay? If it comes to like property damage and stuff like that, okay, cool, no problem. Thanks, buddy. I take that one. All right. If it comes to, maybe like random shootings and stuff like that, god damn it, it's between us and Sierra people. All right. So it's like, all right, cool, no problem. Just accept it.
I need to know what you mean, Sierra people. Who we talking about?
Latinx.
Oh, yeah. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Don't let this light skin in this fool you, but okay.
But it's like certain things like that. Yeah, it's bad. Yes, it's crime. But when it comes to SA, whoo, buddy. When it comes to young SA, good God.
When it comes to substance abuse,
whoo, God.
Murder,
I want y'all to think. Whoo, buddy. When it comes to, you know what, things of the same bloodline type of SA, Jesus Christ. When it comes to DV, good God Almighty.
Hold on. It's like when it comes to preachers in the pulpit, and they got doing side. No, it ain't. No.
Let me let you continue.
No, when it comes to them preachers in the pulpit and them people getting
that's them
in the congregation.
I thought you was.
That's another one.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about the preacher messing with the congregation wives. I was about to say, yeah, that's us.
No, boo. No.
Hold on, wait, nah. Yeah, that is us. I will say, cheating preachers.
That's
No, I'm talking
that's
about
us.
touching on
That's
them
us.
underage children.
Yeah, that's them. That's them.
Okay.
100%. But I'm like, but that's where the statistics need to be spoken on, and the things that have been like so prevalent in mainstream media now is like mass shootings, and it's weird how it pivots to like, okay, we're having these mass shootings. So, it's a leftist thing. Oh, they're trans. That's what it is. And it's like, excuse me, if you just look at the shootings across the board, we have a bigger problem. And it's like I said, the issue I had with Kirk is him speaking on another community without talking about his own. So I'm not going to fall into that same trap. We have our own inherent issues, 100%. We have, when it comes to single mother households, we are at the very top of that when it comes to single parent households. But I think people lean too much into that because they don't realize the other nuanced things that put us in that position realistically. It's like people pretend like the 80s was 300 years ago. People pretend like a lot of things that were put in place, the crime bills and all of this, was like 800 years ago. This is our parents' generations that a lot of these things happen that are still affecting us now. Redlining was still around in the 90s. Hell, sundown towns still exist in 2025. like there's a lot of things that still exist. So granted, I do believe we as a community and as a culture should push past that and find some way to get out of it, but it's still trauma that you still have to deal with. There's still trauma across the board, even if you're not hardcore dealing with it. Yeah, but them on their end, they need to deal with the SA in the families. They need to deal with the DV. They need to deal with their young, angry white men that can easily be weaponized because of a Reddit post. Like, you got ish on your sides too. What's up, Lamont?
Well, we as a black folk community tried to fix it, but our leaders and people who were trying to steer us in the right way with our culture were labeled extremist terrorists, the Black Panther movement.
I agree.
Which is crazy, but coming from people who create.
We set up that movement, that party set up programs to get people off of government assistance, to make people literally competent, to provide lawyers for to keep people out of jail, so that way when they were busted across the head and falsely accused, they wouldn't end up as a statistic. But they were labeled as terrorists, gunned down, thrown in shackles, or forced to exile. Why hasn't that happened for the KKK?
Because why would they represent too much of America?
No, not just that. You can't. One, they're undercover. Okay?
No. I'm saying this because
I get what you're like. No, I get.
They let the KKK. I say this because they let the KKK stand and grow members due to the simple fact because it's a part of free speech.
Not even just that.
No, that's why they don't. That's realistically why they use the guise of free speech. And they have the right to protest. They have the right to assemble. They have the right to speak what they speak. Why weren't those same things given to the Black Panther Party?
Because these people, like, to keep it a buck, these people were in the government. You can't. It's hard for you. And then there were they were wearing sheets over their heads, which means they didn't want to be known. So it's really hard to say that or hold people responsible when one, they got sheets over their head, two, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're judges, hell, they were presidents, there were politicians, whatever. They were already in there. So it's kind of hard to hold them to the same standard when you really didn't even know who you was looking at. Now, granted, there were some of them that were proud KKK members, but like it's hard to hold people to standards or to consequences when you don't know who you are trying to hold that to. We're talking
But
about
the
sheriffs.
organization as a whole should be the organization as a whole.
But who is
Once you
making the
label that
rules?
organization as a whole,
But who's
then you
making
can
the
start.
rules though? The government are the ones making the rules. So how they're not gonna hold their self accountable for the shit they were doing. And that's that
And
like
you
that's the fucked up part about it is of course they're the ones making it rules.
Hold on, wait. I
Like
think
and
last time, Lamont, it's one of those things of the people who's applying the standard. Like it's not necessarily the standard that's the issue. It's the people who are like in charge of controlling it are applying that standard. And it's also the mindset. So the mindset for some of them is the KKK ain't. They don't feel like they're that bad, but that's just the same with like homegrown terrorism. It's like for instance, like we know there's homegrown terrorists here, where whether it's being doing what they do in the schools, setting up random bombs or doing any of that. But you know what? We're going to ignore that, but we're going to focus on the people overseas who did one of those things. And now we're going to criminalize any and everybody who looks like you. Now, we're not going to focus on it when we do it, because when we do it, it's just us doing it and it don't feel that bad.
it's not
But
a
let
bad,
you do the same thing. No, now we're gonna be, and it doesn't matter if it's peaceful or not. It all matters how they twist the story,
At the
which is
end
a
of the day,
sad
you
truth.
can't. At the end of the day, like when it comes to that, like there's you can't punish somebody who's making the rules. I mean, that's just and it. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Now to something that Rip said when he was talking about them not taking basically, talking about their shit but just other people's shit. Like it even goes into this whole abortion thing with Planned Parenthood. I think what pisses me off with that is if you go and actually see the real statistics of how many abortions they actually do versus
it ain't us. It ain't us.
one I'm gonna give you a point, but how they do like screenings, cancer screenings, how they help with STDs, how they birth control, all this stuff. Abortion's not even up there. Okay, and then two, it's something that my mother-in-law had told me. I probably will never forget this, but she was talking about she joined the military. I think she said 71, and even when before she joined the military, she had always said
I love
that the
Infinite.
reason why it always looked like black girls had the babies and this, that, and the third. She said because they weren't giving the black girls or the black women birth control, but they were giving the white girls that. And that's why it looked as if the black girls and black women were having more of those babies is because they refused to give it to them. Because even when she joined the military, she joined the military 71, I think she said 71 or 72, and I think you said your mom was 18, 19, something like that, is when she learned about birth control, because that's when they gave it to them when she joined the military. So
But see,
exactly,
that's where that
goes
trope
into
comes from. Like
exactly.
I'm pretty sure y'all all grew up and heard that same trope of, like, we've seen it in movies where it's like girl gets pregnant, her parents send her to camp or her grandparents for the summer, and then they come back. That is the
And
way that it was handled. So of course
exactly,
that's one of those types of things, and it was all about control. It's always honestly been about controlling, especially a female's body, a female's rights, and then anybody else's rights who doesn't kind of quite look like you. Now there was something that I wanted to hit on because somebody ended up saying
oh, I didn't
something
know that.
in the chat about
Oh, Infinite. We here just talking about random stuff. Well, right now
where
we're
is it?
talking about the hypocrisy of conservatives
America.
and their thinking versus
Yeah.
everybody else. So that's kind of what
Now
we talking about right now.
Now, Prime 2125 was saying, he was talking about, I'm guessing when it comes to the percentages and stuff of single black households and everything. And he said he's divorced, but still raising his child. This is once again, this is one of those statistics that they pay attention to incorrectly because they're only going on black and white, not the gray, not the nuances. And that's the issue with going on statistics is you don't look at the nuances. There are plenty of black people that are divorced. There are also plenty of black people that are divorced that those kids have both of their parents. I don't know where and who got shit fucked up where they think all black households don't have dads. I honestly, growing up, I knew more black families who had both of their parents, even if they weren't together, even if they were divorced in their lives, than I did a lot of other races.
Or the other thing, or the dad passed away for whatever reason. He passed away, so it's going to appear. Matter of fact, a good example of that is from Toy Story. Andy's mom. You really don't know why dad wasn't there.
I don't know, man. She was thick, man. Yeah, a dude should have ran up in there.
What? Anyway,
man, bro.
You didn't. But the point is, you didn't know
if I'm going for any Pixar mom, Mrs. Incredible. Catch it.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
why
come on,
is this a subject right now?
Miss Incredible, or even
talking about Andy's mom, Miss
Incredible, she can get it too, bro. Yeah, easily.
Where's my super suit?
I put it away.
Oh, Dexter's mom.
What?
Yo, she getting broke
Dexter's
off forever.
Mom?
Forever.
Yo, Dexter's mom was crazy thick.
Bruh.
If we're going Cartoon Network, hold on, wait. If we're going Cartoon Network, we're going with the secretary from the Powerpuff Girls.
Yep, I was just thinking about that.
If we go in Cartoon Network,
she's the ultimate butterface, and I'm okay with it.
Because you never saw
what face looks like.
That's what I'm saying.
Are we done?
All right, we're done. We're done on that one. We're done on that one.
So my point to say all of that is that's just another reason that goes into that. Like Tippy was saying, like Planned Parenthood does a whole host of shit, like all of that stuff, and then too, like even to the point that I was saying with the birth control. Yeah, them white chicks was out there getting abortions left and right because their parents didn't want them having the babies, but they wouldn't do it to the black girls, which in return is why they had to start putting in laws and stuff like that. How Planned Parenthood, one of the reasons why Planned Parenthood came into it because they wanted to do it the right way. Because a lot of black girls was losing their life, even white girls, a lot of them were losing their life to it being done inappropriately. So it's just like, that's one of the things to me that pisses me off more than anything. They're like, oh, black women and black girls get abortions more, whatever. And I'm like, I don't think so.
It comes down to, like we were saying. Oh, go ahead, man.
The thing is with Planned Parenthood, it was easier access for the black community versus going through insurance with a regular doctor. So the statistics are going to be skewed.
I don't think just black. I think it's people that in general that couldn't afford health care.
Yeah, but you also have to think most of the black community will not be able to pay that insurance bill.
But see, look, all right, I might have to disagree with that real quick, just because during the time that it was the most prevalent and when it came out, and it's something that I found out the older I get, even though they experimented on black and brown people and stuff to perfect the whole entire abortion surgery and stuff like that, no medicines, because birth control, because black people, we don't feel pain, our brains are too small, some bullshit, right? So even though they did all of those kind of things and stuff like that, I don't believe it was a healthcare thing was the reason that we were realistically that high, to be completely honest.
I'm just saying with Planned Parenthood, we were that high because we went to Planned Parenthood more because it was more affordable versus going to
No. The reason I don't believe that to be true is because just like I was saying how, little Becky's pregnant, let's send her to her grandparents for the summer. How much that happened. You know what that tells me? That tells me that they knew people inside that would get these jobs done. Yeah. So nobody would say anything. Think and some people may think, it's a conspiracy theorist. No, it's not. There are plenty of things that will happen that they will sweep under the rug. There's plenty of things that will go around.
Not even just that. think about this to that point. How many, you're not gonna see all them preachers and pastors that's talking about how abortion is wrong. You got to sit up here and y'all, or even politicians, y'all cheating asses. I know you done had y'all side chicks sliding in them buildings, and like every now and again, to go ahead and get rid of that child that you didn't want because you knew you was married. So like,
exactly, and Planned Parenthood. Why? Tell me why would most Planned Parenthoods realistically fixate on the Black and Brown community when, for one, they don't want you around? First off, so they're going to prioritize people who don't look like you.
All right, wait. Now, I will say this.
I don't know about that.
No, wait. No, I will say this. Now, I may have to go back because it's been a while since I saw this. But the person who did start Planned Parenthood, now they saying that
she was a Nazi.
Yeah, that wanted to get rid of Black people. So you do have to keep that in mind as well.
You learn something every day because I did not know that.
Like,
but see, it's one of those things that even if that was the original plan to sterilize, because that was the whole entire purpose. The people who utilized it more, people who utilize it more was not us. That didn't become a norm until I want to say maybe a little bit later, and that wasn't even still fully us. I think it's more mixed than it is on one side. And I think the reason that they're trying so hard to get rid of Planned Parenthood is because people will only fixate on abortions and won't fixate on the other great fucking things that they help everybody else. You want to know why? It's because of somebody in the comments said it. It's around fear. It's around fear. Think about it. Think how much the great white erasure. People were saying, "Oh, we're being erased. Our culture's being erased."
Eugenics.
So you do not want your young, you do not want your young white daughters or sons and stuff to have this because you're depleting their population and it's making us stronger. It all comes down to the fear of them. They're losing population. They're losing this. I think that's why they try to put up so many roadblocks, because I don't know who put this in their heads. I really think there are certain people out there that think if Black people were in a position of power, minorities were in a position of power, we gonna try to throw them all back on slave ships, and we don't move like that. You leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. What? It's really that simple. No, I'm being for real.
No, not you.
I think you're talking about the comment.
Just read.
What?
Oh wait, you talking about like what they did in Clone Tyrone?
I heard about that. I fucking heard about that. I heard about that once. That's okay. So I'm not the only one who heard about it. That's crazy.
I've never heard about that, but I will definitely do research on it to see. But the thing is, like,
could you imagine you tearing that damn chicken up, not realizing you ain't gonna have no?
That's
I can't figure out why.
I was shooting fine before, but now
I can't even keep it up. But that chicken was good and that biscuit.
All I know is I could stroke before I ate this fried chicken.
I'm just saying.
And now I'm about to have a stroke.
But when the thing is, and this is the thing, it's really important to realize, like, once you realize like how many negative narratives there are of us, it is a lot because of fear. And that's why, like, when people try to be, well, the Black community got to do this, y'all got to realize the Black community has done a lot of great things. It's just the fact that they keep trying to make it seem like, okay, for instance, like, just throughout the history, when you used to see Black people like locked up or on the side of the road and doing all that stuff back when they had the chain gang. But when you learn, some of them were getting locked up because they didn't have a job, because no one was hiring them because they were Black. You know, so, and it's like, it messes you up.
I was about to say this when you said that, and I told you this before.
Late to court because they didn't have transportation.
So, I got to say this first, disclaimer, okay? This is what we called my grandmother's, before my grandmother passed away, she dated somebody, but that was the only grandfather I knew, but we called him Pappy. So I just want to say that, you know, when I say my Pappy, whatever, but I remember, shut up. I remember him telling me real young, because my grandmother passed away when I was 8. But I remember him having this conversation and saying that he used to be on a chain gang when he was locked up. And I never really thought about that until I got older, and I was like, what the hell is a chain gang?
I fly.
And I just, and then like thinking about it, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Y'all about to see more of that shit coming about, because think about it. These farmers ain't got the workers. These farmers, like a lot of places, they don't have the workforce like they used to have. They already making them work in jail and in prisons. I feel like that's something that you will probably see kind of like come back. I really do.
Speaking of these farmers, I seen the most asinine freaking comment on Facebook. Somebody posted that there should be a bill passed where people from 18 to 30 would have to serve at least one season on a farm to help boost our farm. I said,
no, that's for the white folks that were saying they were taking those jobs. Hell no.
For real.
I don't see not a one single of the white folks on them damn fields talking about, oh, they took our job, they're taking our jobs. Yet you got farmers out here committing suicide.
You put
exactly. No.
And then my first question was, well, are they going to pay everything? Because if I have to work on a farm for a season, that means you going to take care of my family. And then they were talking about no pay, it's the experience and so on and so forth. I said, that's just say slavery, because that's exactly what that is.
For real. Just say you want slaves back.
Where they gonna have you on that farm? What you mean that cotton field over there? What are we doing?
Yeah, I see it. You see it too. I guess we both bet against the picking, because if you ain't picking, I ain't picking.
I'm just like, so no, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's
I was like, the easiest thing to do would be to actually have a livable wage being on that farm.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I ain't picking.
Yeah, look, a livable is all fun and games.
I'm talking about instead of all the farms using the illegal immigrants where they can pay them less, make it an actual standard pay.
So we can pay $15 for
minimum wage.
You couldn't pay me to be out there plucking some.
You couldn't pay me neither.
Look, for
I ain't
real.
plucking no damn strawberries.
Look,
I
ain't plucking nothing but.
I done worked in IT in a building with air conditioning. You think I'm a woman?
Hello.
I work outside and I still don't. I work outside on airplanes and I still don't want to be out there in that field.
30 hours ain't enough. You pay me 45 to 50? Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Let me tell you something. I don't like bugs. You got one time for a big ass spider come across me and I'm just like, fuck this job, fuck you, fuck everybody.
I give you a good 8 hours of worth of work. 10 hours maybe. $50 an hour? I got you.
Farming ain't
okay, so it's nice to know. It's nice to know for $50 an hour, Jamal. Yes, a master. I goes and picks the cone.
I know where he works at now. He don't even do his stuff play.
This what you got to understand. I'm thinking practically. Practically, I'm getting paid $50 an hour to learn how to farm, which means I'm learning a skill that I can bring back to my own house and my own life. That's logical to me.
The only thing that you gonna bring back to your woman is a farmer's tan with a straw in your mouth. You ain't about to do that, man. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself.
And a sunburn.
Man, grandma got yams. You know what I'm saying? Grandma got yams, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
And they'll do. Are those Negro pies or are they white only? I don't care what anybody says. Life is one of my favorite.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's absolutely
Life
hilarious.
is a great movie.
So I guess if you want to like go into the next subject, y'all, we have got to talk about that young man that they found hanging.
They found two of them, actually.
They found two.
They did find two.
I thought it was three.
Hold on. But no, it was two. Hold on, but the one in the woods. We'll say our piece about
outside
that.
the university.
That one, and then on top of that, now Mom even said the same thing. Like she said that she heard that, like one of his legs was broken and one of his arms. So how do you? And then on top of that, his mom came out and said when she found out about it and the family found out about it, they told her that they found him dead in his
In
dorm.
his dorm room.
And then
now,
they yeah.
go ahead.
No, that's what they told her at first, and then she found out
Infinite,
that he was hanging in the field, and I'm just like, what are we doing now? To the point of the other one that was found in, because now I don't know if it was confirmed if the one that they found in the woods was white. I'm just kind of going off the name. It kind of sounds like.
He looked like maybe Russian or something.
So my point is saying this, because I'm not one to be out here spreading conspiracy theories.
I am.
But part of me feels like
we black. That's kind of our thing. What are you talking about?
Could he have been a sacrifice to get the stuff off of the one that was black, or could it?
I see what you're saying.
Like, it makes me wonder. Like,
a diversion, another diversion.
Yes, because I feel like if that's the case, like,
you are letting your liberal side show.
Who, me?
Yep, believing in all these conspiracy theories.
Because I just feel like I feel like this. Think about what happened. Old boy got killed, right? People were in the uproar. When people seek revenge, what do? You're not going to tell me that young man with a broke arm and a broke leg can do that to himself.
Well, okay, so what I was going to say was...
And it was 3, Jamal. It was because the other one, oh my goodness, it was 3. It was the 2 in Mississippi, and it was somewhere else.
Yep.
It was somewhere else, and he was black too. So that's my point right there. Like, so... to that point, it's just like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me like it's diversion. I feel like it's a diversion, because if they found out, oh, this happened under us after that situation happened, and them folks is mad about CK being killed, then we gotta kind of get the heat off of.
So, okay, let me clarify, and this is just by what limited research I could do. What limited information is out there. The coroner's office and the university police department, along with the city police department, all ruled that he had there was no signs of foul play. There was
I don't believe that shit, because his mama.
Hold on.
Yeah, let him finish. Let him finish.
I'm going to, but to that point is what I was going to say, that his mom said as well, is that they want an independent autopsy done on them.
If you let me speak,
and
Ms.
I don't
Frizzle, then I would get there. Can I lay down what?
You about to get kicked out of my class. Keep playing.
I don't want to be in this stinking class anyway, taking us to the bottom of the ocean. What do I look like at the bottom of the ocean?
You the one that said you wanted to go to the butthole.
Oh, wow.
No, I didn't. See,
Lamont, you really just set up like a whole racist joke. That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
I said that because we don't know what the hell is at the bottom of the ocean, and I ain't trying to be there. Until we find out what's out
You're making it worse. You're making it worse, by the way.
All right, hold on, wait. We didn't got off track. Lamont, go.
Okay, anyways.
No more interruptions, Miss CC.
I didn't say that.
So, that's what was said. There's a video going around from, supposedly, I could not confirm, supposedly one of his relatives saying that there were broken bones and everything.
Yeah, it's his cousin or whatever, I believe it was.
Supposedly his cousin. There's video
alleged cousin.
Yeah, yes. Arm and legs.
That's where that came from. And then on top of that, once the campus police, city police, did the press conference and said there was no signs of foul play, the family immediately requested an outside autopsy to be done. Now, as far as you saying that he was, they told the family he was in his dorm room first, and then they told him he was hung. That was, I couldn't find that anywhere. But what I also found interesting was the fact that they said there's no cameras pointing in that area, and This is unconfirmed. They didn't check the
How
campus,
convenient.
The campus security cameras around that area to see who entered and exited that area.
How convenient.
Look,
now, I'm not saying that that is confirmed. I'm just saying that's being speculated.
So here's where I'm coming from. It either one or two things are happening. Either one, a group of angry folks just tried to get revenge for what happened to CK for whatever reason, or two, this might be a conspiracy of a government type of thing set up in order to push the whole, try to push us into more diversion and more of like a civil war setting. Like
it could
that's
be.
what I like. To me, it's one of those two things going on, and it could be really either one, because what's happening right now is we're seeing the villainization of black people. Like they've always been building up to it, but the conversation is starting to switch from immigrants and immigration to now it's on us. You feel me? So even where people are now, like pastors and other people are coming out saying, yeah, I don't want to, we got to have a conversation of, not to have our kids around black folks and not to have like, so I feel like it's pushing in that way. So it's like one of them two things is true. You know what I'm saying? Either they getting revenge or they just trying to,
they didn't want their kids around black folks anyway. They call themselves having a reason.
Yeah.
Because all these young black men always attacking their daughters, making them fall in love and stuff. Goddamn monsters. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah, we got the king over here, boy. King, like Rip, boy, he be slaying them white girls
I'm gonna need you to watch your motherfucking mouth. That's what I'm needing.
I am glad that I went ahead and got my family up out of here because this is getting crazy.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
I feel you on that one, man. Nah,
I can't trust my kid to be safe. If I can't trust my kid to be safe in an institution for learning,
that's why I'm glad we homeschool. Honestly, I mean that's not the only particular reason why we homeschool, but one, because Cumberland County sucks. Just want to throw that out there. And two,
it's absolutely amazing.
And two,
you're a product of Cumberland County.
Who?
No,
I'm talking about the.
Oh no, you Hope County.
Yeah, that's even worse.
I know.
I'm about to come across the street and see about you.
You gonna see that dough? That's all you gonna see.
That's okay. Because I'm calling the big dog and telling her you talking about me.
He the one said it was even worse. All I said was, never mind.
I'm calling.
You need to talk to the one in the see how you blame the outside entities for stuff that happened in the house. See, you just perpetuating the cycle.
Nope, I'm coming. I'm coming to see about you because how dare you? You can say a lot of things. Hope County, that's hurtful.
Yeah, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault.
That's exactly what I was thinking about the moment you said
I've been in Hope County, okay?
Back to the subject at hand.
Oh, wait, but you went to school in Hope, to be fair.
Are we done? Are we done?
You have lived
Are
in
you
Cumberland
done or are
longer.
you finished?
I promise you.
See? Told you it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And you didn't catch me.
That's okay. I got something for all of y'all in the group chat.
But hey, Drew, to your point, find your culture and know this. Look, that's the whole thing. That's why I don't be focusing when they talk about black culture. I done enough research to know black culture is not just black culture and hood culture, like that hood culture is something different.
Completely different things.
They're completely different things. And when you realize the things that black people have done,
the other one.
It'd be like, say what?
I said sometimes
one for the other. Sometimes
you need one for the other one to live in black culture. You need that hood culture because sometimes these motherfuckers got me fucked up.
Yeah, but sometimes but sometimes the issue is when they think all of black culture
Exactly. They
is
do
hood
each
culture.
other.
That's where the issue starts coming in.
Yeah, but
Because
then
it's
the
like
argument, against that, they're gonna be like, oh, where you think, all white people are racist because some are. Which
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
all
that's
white
right.
people are racist.
But
Yeah,
no,
I don't think
Went
so.
on here
but
admitted
that's
that
the
I got a
argument.
couple of redneck friends that I trust more than black people.
But
And they
the point is,
rednecks.
that's the excuse me, that's the argument that's gonna come into it. Is like, hey,
Hell, I'm
well,
cool
not
with some
all white
rednecks
people are
myself.
racist. Yo, can so honestly, older black people, right? I'm not saying it's right, but I tell Dre all the time, I can understand why they feel the way they feel about white folks. Especially, like, think about it. My mother-in-law was alive when segregation. These people are still here. Plenty of them are still here. And their distrust for them, like, it's like you can understand, especially the stuff that they went through. It's sad. And to see, especially
I can't
Rwanda's
agree with you.
grandma.
I cannot agree with you due to the simple fact because they want us to turn the other cheek, but they can't. They want us to see the good side of somebody, but they can't.
What you mean?
As far as understanding why they feel that way,
Why? Who feels that
She
way?
said our mother and father,
Yeah,
okay,
like
I'm
our
talking
people.
about black,
okay, okay,
black. Yeah,
okay.
I'm talking about black because I watch them, like, hearing the stories, like Luandre's grandma. She was born 1933. She was born
Ooh, shit, yeah. She done seen
1933.
some shit. However
Exactly.
she feels is
God
acceptable.
rest her soul. God rest her soul now. But my point is, being born in 1933, that's still Jim Crow. That's Jim Crow. So I can understand why they have the distrust that they have because of what they've seen.
Lived
Um,
and
you
witnessed.
know, I feel like after, us, when we came in, quite naturally it was different. Um, quite naturally is when we came into the mix or was born, things were turning differently. However, I also feel like it's, how do I say this? I'm trying to find the right words. Like, the 70s and 80s to me were still very much terrible when it came to black people. Like,
That's
it was
because that's when you had the crack epidemic in the black
exactly,
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
had the
And I
crack
feel,
epidemic. You had deindustrialization in neighborhoods.
And then
There was a lot of shit going on.
you also
so I
had
just
the
feel like,
prison corps and
yep. And then think about it, going into the 90s, they got the three strikes thing,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
which he
Yep.
apologized for doing that.
Thanks, Bill
But
Clinton. Thanks, Bill Clinton. Great guy.
he
Great
came
guy.
back and apologized for that. But I'm like, shit, the damage is already done.
Yeah,
Like,
it's too late now.
so my thing is, this is what we see, and now look at what we are currently going through now. Like, the shit just never left. It had a different face.
Pretty
Like,
much.
it just,
How are we still lynching people in this day and age?
that's what I'm saying.
Because it never went away, and because people won't have open conversations
And
about the problems with it.
let's
Because
be for real. If a black person is going to kill themselves, statistically speaking,
Why
hanging
would
is
it
not
be?
one of them.
Thank you,
facts, that
thank
is
you,
not going to be one of them.
thank you.
Statistically speaking, hanging is not one of them.
Yeah, that's not our goals. It's not one of our things.
That is
So
not our go-to.
and that's the
You want
point
to
right
know who
there.
hangs themselves? Young white men. Statistically speaking.
To me, that's a crazy way to want to go. Like,
That
Because
is.
you don't go quick. You suffer.
Yeah, that's a fight.
Unless
That's a
your
struggle.
neck snap and you're at the gallows, that's the only way. And then half of the time, their neck didn't snap.
Yeah, that's a terrible way to go. Fucking terrible.
yeah, but I think, like I said, I think this is just a setup. One, it is a distraction, but I also think it's a setup for bigger things. I feel like this is part of the plan, and
Yeah, it's
I
a
feel
part
like
of the
it's just
plan
going
because
according to plan
you
right
know what
now.
we're not talking about? The Epstein files. Where are my?
I want to see them. I want to see who's on that list.
Hey, I think you guys are focusing way too hard on this. Okay, there is no list, but there is a list. But there is no list. But wait a minute, there is a list. But no. There's no list. The list is
depression
fake.
does.
And then chicks came out. All the victims came out to speak about being on the list and things they went through, and now they have to do it themselves.
Did you see?
Like, it's wild. It's wild.
How do you set up a flyover their press conference to make them pause during their press conference?
Hold on, I got one better for y'all. Did you see the one? Apparently, this is the second one of the victims from Epstein and all that bullshit. They voted for Trump, and now they're regretting it.
It sounds like a common trend. Sounds like a common fucking trend.
A victim. I'm like, see, this is y'all.
Well, I mean, you asked the same question about the Mexicans who voted for Trump.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all vote against your own selves. That's the craziest. That's the craziest stuff.
Am I mean for finding the humor in this? Because I know I think there was one chick. There was one chick who was singing, and I think at one of her Trump rallies, this white lady. She was singing. She was married to this Hispanic guy, and shortly after Trump got in, ICE came and got, I think, her husband and I think her son too. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. But
real
did
quick.
You see the one where the Spanish people? They were freaking some of them that was singing at that like little concert they
That's
had.
what he's talking about.
No, they were Spanish. They were Spanish. It was a Spanish woman, and she was crying because her Spanish husband got taken away. She was. Spanish.
She must be white passing then. Okay.
Yeah, she was Spanish,
sense.
and her Spanish husband got taken away. I'm like, I will say this though, one of the funniest things that I've seen, it's not funny, but it's funny, is when the daughter had her dad deported because he wasn't in her life like that. I was like,
that's a whole nother level of petty. Jesus Christ.
Hey yo,
boy.
So I got a question. What would you do if you found out like your spouse was on Epstein Island? Like you never knew, but then when they started calling them out, like,
are you on that list?
Like if you're me,
yeah, I was about to say, you snitching on yourself, Dre. Something you need to tell Sierra.
If Epstein Island ain't somewhere in North Carolina, you have nothing to worry about.
Boy, you
a bleep bleep a bleep 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 a bleep bleep. That's all, folks.
Real. You telling me something?
How would you feel like, your lady just walk out like she was? Yeah, I was one of the people on Epstein Island. Like, but you didn't know.
Wait. You talking about the man? Like the man? Like how,
for you, it would be a man. For Lamont and Rit, well, I don't know.
If it's women, it would be. Wouldn't
oh,
it be
you
the
being
victims?
funny?
Wouldn't it be the victims? For y'all,
I don't know. A man could have been a victim. I don't know what's going down there.
Yeah, it could have been. Diddy could have been out there partying, having a good old time too.
He wasn't a victim.
Never know.
He was out here.
Maybe that's where he learned it from.
Anyways.
I'm learning. You just an abusive.
Hold on.
What would you say? But I agree with DJ. She got to go. Ain't no way you did not tell me about this.
Wait, first off,
no. I mean, that's a traumatic thing. No, but that's a traumatic thing.
You got to go.
I can't get on her for that because that's a traumatic thing.
No.
Like, that's not something that.
Are you talking
but
about
at some
as
point,
a participant, or are you talking about as a victim?
As a victim.
As a victim, no, I can't. That's trauma. I can't. That's nah.
How can you build this life with me? Trust we're supposed to share everything, and it's been after. Okay, I can understand you not telling me.
Wait, and I'm the victim.
Yes, yeah. If she went through something like that, that's not something that she wants to dredge back up. And hearing about it probably brought up more things. So let's say she gets the, But
I'm going to be blindsided when you get served a subpoena.
I can't. That's something I can't.
I thought you was my ride or dies. I see how it is.
I thought you won't gonna lie. I was your ride or die until you started lying.
I can't.
But my thing is,
you could have had a basic
I get what you're
conversation,
saying,
and it ain't even got to be a full conversation. Be like, hey, I was on this island. that things happened to me. I don't want to talk about it. You can give me that basic information, and I would have been okay.
Yeah, but the problem is, if they bring you a subpoena, guess where you going?
But look, you've given me prior knowledge. If you would have gave me that basic information, you ain't got to live it. You ain't got to explain it. You ain't got to just, hey,
I think it's, hold on, wait. I think it's situational. And the reason why I say I think it's situational is because the type of person that you're with. Like, say, for instance, I know that I can come to my husband and be like, this happened, ... because literally there's not
Why are you with somebody you can't share that with?
You never know realistically what you can't, but you never know realistically what type of information you can or cannot share with somebody because you don't know how they're going to respond. Exactly. I'm positive there have been people in your life that probably have gone through some shit you may never fucking know.
And I'm not married to
traumatic it is, and they don't want you don't know everything about you.
Yeah, but that's not.
I don't. That's not one of those things.
That's not fair. But that's not fair to say because that's why I said it's situational. Because God honest truth, Dre knows pretty much everything about me. Like he knows there's only one secret that I will not tell him, and that's because that was with me and my best friend. It's not my secret, it's hers, and she wanted me to take that to the grave.
That's something secrets. Totally different.
I can't believe you out here keeping secrets.
I know for a fact that I could come to him and tell him any and everything. So I feel like that's is situational because or two is it's the type of person you are because let's not forget that people who are victims feel shame. So I might be scared to tell you that because I don't know how you're going to react and how are you going to see me even though I was the victim. So that's why I'm just saying like, okay. That's oh, my boo is in here.
Oh snap! What up, Sean Janine?
Is in here. But no, my point is, at the end of the day, it's situational because you know what? First off, you was up in there stealing shirts, okay? Because you tall.
Hey,
so you
we ain't snitching.
So,
we ain't doing that.
So what you telling me is
just tell the whole world. Hey, this right here,
motherfuckers out here.
You said what?
We're not
doing no crime with CC.
Yeah.
I ain't going to jail for nobody.
Change your name from CC to Snitch.
But see, that's exactly why Dre and them are married because they both got that same mentality. I ain't going to jail for your ass.
Boy, listen. I'll tell someone quick. I will snitch. Don't you do it?
I have to even question my husband. If I did something, would you tell on me? I gotta question his ass because I know he gonna snitch. Okay. And
you know what? I would but it's going to be for your benefit because I know you get stressed out. So having time away to yourself in the cell, you're going to be all right. I'll deal with the kids and the stress.
That's some wild shit.
I'm going to make sure you good. You got 3 hots in the cot, baby. 3 hots in the cot.
I'm
doing this for you.
What is Drew talking about? This has been what is he talking about? I'm so
now
confused.
He's a law-abiding. Sean, you see how he do me? Sean's been there from the beginning, like literally the beginning. You see how he do me? Talking about he gonna snitch on me. Anyways,
it's so wild. That part of the market fair model ain't even there no more.
Don't even exist. Yeah, don't even exist anymore.
Oh yeah, right?
All it is a movie theater.
But to the point is, I feel like it's situational. It is because. You don't, it's like you maybe the thing about it is, like you said, it's trauma. So you're still trying to figure it out yourself, and he ain't getting it because hell no, because if
he don't snitch you out and expect some.
Exactly.
That's what videos are for. I'll be all right. I got an imagination. I'm cool.
He ain't getting nothing. But like I said, I think it's situational. I don't feel like the thing. I can also get the argument, where omission is technically a lie, but at the end of the day, we're talking about some pretty deep shit, and we're talking
like
about.
I said, you ain't got to go into detail. Just give me a basic. And I said, hey, I was here. This happened. I don't want to talk about it. You give me those three things.
No.
A lot of times,
I got a perfect example for you. And since you were in the military, are you still in? Are you still active now? Or
no, I'm not.
He got caught stealing MREs.
Did you get the pizza?
MREs, you ask for them, you'll get them.
You get the beefaroni ones? Did you get that beefaroni?
No. Where the hell are all the lasagnas MRE?
Wait, no. To that, like real quick, I used to tell Lawandre this. My stepdad could not cook for shit. And when I tell you the amount of MREs that we ate because my mama had to work late or she
that's why that mouth's so tough now.
That damn, oh my God.
I didn't know which way to go with that.
It's not pause, it's my wife.
No. But
that's
it's your wife so on the world.
And raw now.
Yes.
Pause again.
Drive behind crackers that came in there.
First off, okay.
Oh shit.
We grown people. Okay, I got a ring. Yo, that's hilarious.
For real.
Now we officially know why.
We are crossing a line that I am not comfortable with. Pineapples.
I even remember your name. They used to call you Jawbone.
Used to call you Sunshine.
But like when it comes to the Yep, disgusting. Okay, so
I know about some of yours. We're not going there.
Hey, you shut the fuck up. All right, you shut the fuck up. All right, but
I will not.
But to give you an example of mine, I see it as like since growing up in Fort Bragg and stuff, you got a lot of military friends that once they finally got deployed,
it's Fort Liberty.
No, it got changed back to Bragg.
No, it's not.
Back to Bragg.
His mama named
him
Bragg.
It was always Bragg. It was always Bragg.
Mama named him Bragg. I'm gonna call him Bragg. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now you got a lot of military people that when you go out and you see action, a lot of times some shit happens out there you will not speak on. It's literally just between y'all, and it could be very traumatic. And there's certain things you just can't say because of the shame, because of the damage, because the fear and stuff like that. And it's a similar thing to that Epstein thing. If these young girls were over there.
I have to disagree because they will give you a basic. I was in a firefight. We were ambushed. They'll give you the basic and that's it. They'd be like, look, we got ambushed and I don't want to talk about it. They will give you the basic is what I'm saying.
And I have to disagree on that because my stepdad was special forces and
so was mine.
And we know.
That makes so much sense.
We know. That makes a lot of sense. Okay?
Dre didn't know.
The silent killer. The silent killer. We know.
It makes so much sense.
It makes so much sense.
But anyways, but the thing about it is, but I will say this, and my mom was married to him.
There's a difference between being contractually can't talk about it versus because there's a lot of stuff that cannot be talked about between me and my pops. Because
it was the same thing. It was the same thing with my but it's not like I want to hear this stuff. But my point is saying is I watched from when my mom when they got married. I was 5, I think it was, and they're divorced now. But I watched from how he was to him turn into an alcoholic. Like that shit had to wear on him. Like it wore on him. It really did. And I didn't understand it a lot. Now, granted, he was also doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing outside of the marriage, but like
gambling,
I watched
this.
It's
pretty bad.
He was gambling over it. But
gambling don't get cut or not when he walked back in the house.
but I watched it wear on him. And so my point to that is some people they can't talk about it. They don't want you to know because they don't want you to know, like, it's the shame factor in it. Because I will say this, I remember he was drunk one night and he said this, and this has always stuck with me. He didn't even go into details, but he said, and he was drunk. He was like, I think he was in Afghanistan. And he said that he had to make a decision. It was either he said it was a little boy that was around the same age as my brother Miguel. One of my brother Miguel's, my second to youngest brother. And he had a gun in his hand. And he had to make a decision. It was either he was gonna come home, but either he was gonna come home in a casket or he's gonna have to take that little boy's life. And he did what he needed to do. And that was the only thing he's ever said. And we're talking about he didn't went to South America. We knew he was in Colombia. We didn't know that because they will give you a brief on where they're going. But he did tell me that he did tours in Iraq, in Afghanistan. He's done shit in Africa. So my point is saying is he was drunk when he said that. The shame that man that has to be in him for having to take a child's life because you want to go back to your family, and he was drunk when he told me that. So that's what I'm saying. Like the shame in it could cut you so deep of actions like that you don't want to talk about it. Right, and the thing about it is, I don't want my husband or I don't want my significant other to judge me because I don't want to say that.
All right, so babe, just hypothetically,
Lord Jesus,
if it came out that I was a victim of a Diddy party, you'd be mad I wouldn't tell you?
First off, no, I wouldn't.
So you would be like, so every time you brought out baby oil, I flinched and you didn't know why. If you were to figure out, you would just comfort me.
Every time we get into an argument, you're gonna see baby oil on my hand.
I'll start shaking every time more money, more problems come on. It's a trigger response. All right.
Oh, wait, and here I thought you was doing the Harlem Shake. That's not what that was? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was having an attack. I wasn't doing I thought you were just Harlem shaking.
It's not funny, you guys. What's wrong with you guys?
Y'all two are the ones laughing. Me and Rip is quiet.
I heard you.
Yeah, very quiet. Very quiet.
I heard the chuckles. Anyways, but at the end of the day, curious. No, I'm not going to, because I'm not those type of people. Because I do know people that are very close to me that I love dearly that were men that were victims of SA. And I would never think anything different of you because that's not something you can control or whatever. I mean, in that case, I'd be like, when the hell did you get into a Diddy party? Like, when did this happen? But
you're gonna have you're gonna have questions. I'm not gonna have questions.
I'm gonna, let me tell you something. No, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, funny wise, I'd be making fun of his ass. I'd be like, oh,
I know. I see it firsthand.
Oh, he dropped the soap. You better keep it tight. But my point is
night.
It's not funny, guys.
Night.
You a-hole.
She would say that every night.
I wanna piss on you, drip.
Wow. Closet.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all. All right.
No.
Yeah, but all right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Another episode of the Bunch of Nobodies, which is going to be the new name moving forward, because we got 2 new people added on. So hey, that's just how we rolling. So thank you guys.
It's 2:00.
Remember what we had talked about?
What?
Not you, crazy. I was saying to lighten the thing up, a debate.
Okay, well, I feel like we've already went over 2 hours.
Okay, hold on, real quick. Hey, y'all, sugar and grits or no?
That's a stupid question. No. Don't put your damn sugar in no grits.
No. Okay.
Kind of psycho fucking path.
Exactly.
Put sugar in their grits.
No. Mr.
No.
Classic?
Oh, no.
You allowed?
I don't mind
I watched you do it. I watched you do it.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I prefer savory grits.
The only thing goes in my grits is butter, salt, pepper, eggs, and sausage.
Cheese too. Yeah,
and
cheese too.
Yeah, well, I don't like eggs, so I'm cool without that.
Yeah, I've caught you putting sugar in there. Don't be lying to these good folk out
Yeah, I
here.
put sugar in grits, but I prefer it just savory.
That's
And the only time I really put sugar in
God,
grits
my
is if
mama
it's too
eats pumpkin
salty.
pudding.
I'll put it in there if it's too
Even
salty.
then, I'm just gonna push through that salty ass grits and not eat it. I would never put no sugar in my grits.
You have. I seen you do it too.
I know you.
It was either sugar or crack rock.
sugar.
We'll take option number 2 for 100, Alex.
My mama's on crack rock. Oh no, your mama's on crack rock. Not my mama.
You see the finger? try to hide it. Nah, don't try to put up another one.
Oh no, I'm trying to take it down. Anyways.
Yeah, so no
Moral of
sugar
the
on
story,
grits, realistically.
You see why he got a big neck.
Which one of us is dying first in the zombie apocalypse?
Sierra.
It's between Sierra and Dre. It's one of them two's going first, easily. It's not even a good question.
She's gonna get taken out. She's gonna get taken out.
The sheer fact that y'all say that.
Who's y'all? I did not comment on this.
I said it immediately. It's between you and Dre.
First off,
Lamont got military experience, so he may outlive me. So I'm like,
no, wait. It depends. Hold on, wait. It depends. Is one of those zombies a white girl with a big butt? If so, rip you out first.
All right, so I'm first. Fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm good. She's not Asian, so I'm set. Oh my god, if she's a midget, oh my god, I'm going immediately. Yeah, you read about this.
No, you're going to hell. Cause what? That's where you going. What you mean, an Asian midget?
No, one. I'm telling you,
man, bro.
If he gets married to an Asian midget, I'm gonna be like,
the authorities.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible, y'all.
She's been kidnapped against her will. She has been kidnapped.
Why would you get married to a midget? That's half of the benefits. It doesn't make sense. I don't get that.
Because they're fun size.
Yeah, you're right. You can't put them in your pocket when you're going to work. So yeah.
I'm definitely calling the cops. I'm definitely calling the cops. But hold on. The fact of the matter that you feel like I'm gonna die first goes to like y'all really don't know
much. I was just joking. I don't know who's gonna die first. You really
don't know. No, because that was almost unanimous. Okay, and I don't like the fact that was almost unanimous. So with that being said, no, I'm not gonna die. My money is on you because I love you, but some of the decision making you make, no. Plus,
I'm not gonna lie, my money was on Dre too.
I'm just saying.
See why?
I grew up in the hood.
Because you're such a scaredy cat, you're gonna run the wrong way.
No, I'm such a scaredy cat. I'm gonna run the right way away from it.
The white way.
You said it right the
white way. You gonna trip
white
and fall?
way, and
you about to trip and fall
over something and fall.
Hey, what's that over there? What's that moving behind the bushes, y'all? Hold on, let me go check it out.
You know, doggone well that ain't me. Only reason why I got to go investigate sounds is because I'm the man in the house and you be scared. Dre, I heard something downstairs. I gotta go.
Somebody gotta live to tell the story.
Dang.
It ain't gonna be you.
And the way you tell stories,
he said, I'm directing them straight.
The way I tell stories done got us paid off TikTok, so you can keep dating your own head.
Whatever.
The way I tell stories must be working.
Anyway, at the end of the day,
you be spending my money, don't you?
You going?
No, because you can't be spending that TikTok money, don't you?
You can't sit up here and talk about you want to be the man of the house. You better go look and see what that sounds. What it is.
But that's my point. Don't just make it seem like I be hearing sounds and I'm like, oh, let me go check that out.
Because I'm the man of the house, I have to investigate too. But I also carry something when I go investigate.
No, listen, and to make it even worse, he'll go downstairs sometimes and not have his glasses on his face. Like, dude, you can't see.
Oh my God, yeah.
No, only every once in a while.
Dre's going first.
I can see enough. I can see enough.
Enough to die.
Exactly.
So from what I'm hearing, Sierra's
Dre, I
gonna
thought you
send
was
me to my
better than
death.
this.
That's what I heard.
God
What?
damn, I thought you was better than this. Nigga run downstairs like, what's that noise? Let me be blind as I look around. Like that's wild.
And that's my point. That's my point when I say
That's fucking
decision making.
wild.
When I say
But it's
decision
going to be
making.
different during a zombie apocalypse. Okay,
Oh, you gonna lose your glasses?
I'm gonna use them.
Not if I trip you and they fall and I chuck them to the bushes.
So I want
God,
y'all to be clear. She would kill
Damn,
me.
she throwing you under the bus.
She would literally
Like I ain't.
into
He
the
said, I
zombie
ain't gotta
bus.
be the fastest. I just
I
gotta
don't
be
wanna
faster
hear
than
shit.
him.
Y'all literally just said me damn near. Like,
She said,
right
I ain't
now,
gotta be the fastest. I just gotta be faster than him.
So, okay,
Yo,
but
y'all
even if
y'all
we
better
all
hope
said
zombies don't become a real thing. She gonna take out life insurance zombie wise on your ass, Dre. You know it's a setup. Fuck
what's
that.
this, a
already there.
zombie bite?
It's already there. It's already in place.
Already
I
in
mean,
place,
well,
yep.
we could. Hold on, wait. Another way
What's
that
up,
Sierra
Blonde?
could go first is if it's like those zombies that was in that Key and Peele skit. Like, so if they're
Oh, them?
racist zombies, because they're gonna see
Shit,
your
you know what?
skin and
They
be
make
like,
they
one
may get
of
me
us,
too.
one of us. What's up, blonde bombshell? Then they end up biting you.
Hold on.
Oh wait,
Hold on, Lamont. Lamont,
she got seasoning.
you know your friend's clumsy. Let's put some steps in front of him. He gonna trip and fall for real. Been in this house how long? 30-something years, and he still tripped going up the stairs.
And
Which means
I mean,
if
he got them big ass boats, man. That's why.
To be
Exactly.
fair, he does got size 55 shoes. Out here looking like size Bob shoes on.
His feet just
and
clapping
let me go
around and
back
shit
to
as
that
he walking.
hairline.
That's why.
I've been giving it a break.
his cruise liners.
You right.
That's why he
Walking
don't like
around-
getting in the water.
Dre walking around with them Amistad's on.
That was good. That was good. That was good. Can't even
Dre
front.
got
That
the-
was good.
Dre
That
got
was
the
good.
new Mayflower 12s on. These are the Titanic
good.
11s.
That's
Yeah.
good. You gonna want me to let you out that closet? That's good though. You gonna want to get out that closet?
Dre, open the door.
What? I ain't got my glasses. I can't see the door now.
You can't see the shit with your glasses on, so it don't even matter. Wait,
This
first
is the
off,
Pinta de
For real,
Santa
for
Maria.
yeah,
They didn't hit Plymouth Rock. They hit one of his shoes.
they hit his big toe.
Nah, that's
I
good.
guess
That was
I
good.
guess we're
That was
done.
good.
We're done. Till the
Yeah.
next time.
God damn, it's almost 2:00. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we
Hey,
done till
Dre's
next time.
socks are made out of that big ass flag over there on Skybo.
That's all right. Should have quit while you was ahead. But anyway, yeah, thank y'all for stopping by. You know, Bunch of Nobodies podcast. Like I said, we just nobodies with an opinion. And if you don't like them, cool. If you love them, even better. But we'll be here next Wednesday, 11:30-ish. And we'll holler at y'all later,
Oh, we
man.
need to set it for 11 so you can actually be here at 11:30.
Yeah, set it for 11 and he'd be here by 11, a quarter till 12. It's the only way to have that happen.
You don't even
11:30,
go
y'all.
there.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Jerks.